Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so I want to talk about something that I don't hardly ever talk about on my channel, and that's indicators, right? Now, I don't use indicators a lot, but I do have them, and I do look at them sometimes to see where we are, where we really are in the sentiment of things when I'm trying to just read the charts. I don't use them to trade the markets, but when we're trying to use sentiment, so where are we on a sentiment basis, I definitely like to use what I call my double stochastic. You can see down the bottom here, this is a double stochastic, and then also my RSI down the bottom here as well too. Okay, so they're two different indicators here. Now, I could go into a lot of reasons why this double stochastic here is pretty powerful when it does start to line up in the markets, and we can start to see that where we may be getting some form of bottoms in the markets. And what I'm seeing through there is especially when we start to see both these indicators getting below the oversold line. So what I mean by that is you can see how we have this short term down here, but the short term didn't go down there, right? But it actually created some form of a bottom there. This is a daily chart here, okay? I'll get to something. I'll get to the weekly chart as well too in a minute. But look at this here. This was a low point here, low point, and that started at least a short term rally. We came back down, right? We had a low point. This was the low point here, low point here. That was actually the low in the markets, wasn't it? And then guess what happened? We started to rally up quite strongly from there. We had a low point here, and the low point almost got to there, and that was that low point there. We same sort of thing here, but look what happened through here, right? We came down, low point here. It didn't quite get to that low point, did it? Until there, and then we started to move up, and then this was that point through there. So as you can see, right, this overshoot, and then now it overshot, and now we're starting to gain a lot of momentum in the S&P 500. If I go to the Dow Jones, same sort of form, same but different, right? Same but different. We can see how this actually had the bottom here, these bottom indicators, and then we had a short-term rally, and then then the market came off. But the most powerful thing that I see with these indicators is looking at the weekly charts. Look at this here on a weekly basis, and this is actually pretty powerful. Notice how my fastest stochastic here. Notice how that whenever we do get down to the lows down through here, and we get almost down to the bottom, then that's actually a quite a nice look. You see, we ran up to almost new highs when that happened back here in 2015. Right, look where we are right now on this RSI. We're actually much lower than ever before. Same with the stochastic, right? We're down here, and we've actually already started to turn up. And you can see here, right, that last time the stochastic got down to there, that was that turning point. 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 And I'm just looking at the stochastic now, right? That was that turning point. That was the turning point. There. Oops, that actually kept going down. And then we had this one here as well too, right? So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times that it got right down to this sort of 20 line on the stochastic, we had a rise in the market overall, right, on a weekly basis. And then especially when you start to get the RSI coming into play as well too, right? So we've got the Dow Jones there. We've got the S&P 500. Same sort of thing, right? Look how far we're down here right now. So really coming down, and we're starting to come back up. Same sort of thing, right? Is that if you look at, we've got not only the RSI pointing back up, that the stochastic pointing back up. Okay, and now if you go back in time once again, this is when it got below the 80 on the weekly chart. That was that point through there. Not there, right? So you can see the S&P 500, the S&P, excuse me. That was that point through there, right? Then we had that point through there, that point through there, that point through there, that point through there, and we had this point through here. That was that point through there. Then it came back down again. Didn't really do much through there, right? And then we actually started heading back up. So as you can see, right, and especially when we start to get this sort of the RSI down the bottom, in conjunction with that, it's very, 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 very powerful. Okay. So you can see that on the S&P 500, and same for the Nasdaq as well too, right? I won't continue to repeat myself here, but you know what I'm trying to say here, right? Look at this here. Last time down here, we had a very nice V bottom recovery. Right now we're getting what? So I'm expecting to see a very nice recovery in all these markets, especially on the Nasdaq, because the Nasdaq has continued to make these major higher lows. So the Nasdaq is very, very strong compared to all of them. So there we go, guys. I just wanted to share with you just one simple thing you can do when trying to read the markets. Now, guys, as I said before, when I'm with my trading system, I don't trade with these indicators, okay? I try to use them for more of a market sentiment type of thing. And I combine that with price action, V bottom action. I combine that with how bad the news is. If the market's really, 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 really bad and everything seems like it's never going to better, we're probably getting towards the end. V bottom action, if you watch my other videos, and then also using things like that. Now, how I do trade is I trade like this. This is how I trade, right? With just volume and 2 moving averages. I have one trading system that gets me a 90+% success rate, and that's more of a longer term play. They can actually generate really, really good returns. We're talking 3, 4, 500% return on the option. And then I have another one, which is more like a short-term cash flow trade, where I'm in and out between 1 to 5 days. And me and my private clients last week have had a phenomenal week by trading that as well too. Just by utilizing what we're seeing through here, which is 2 moving averages and the actual price there. In fact, most of the time when we are trading, we're just utilizing just 1 moving average, which is just the 52, because that's all you really need, and the actual price action, because we have a very high probability chart pattern and a chart setup. And then when that confirms, then there's a very high probability, at least on a short-term basis, 1 to 5 days later, we're going to get a rise or a fall depending on the actual setup. And therefore the option can be up quite nicely as well too. I had one of my private clients who traded that setup on an hourly chart. He was in and out within a few hours, made 80% return on his option. I had a trade recently where I was in and out today. And then I got out, I was in one day, the next day I got out, 40% return. That's what I'm talking about, like a cash flow generator, right? And that has a 75% plus success rate on there. And so that's the way that we do trade. So I'm mentioning this to you because I use these indicators here more of a sentiment to see where we're at, not a trading tool. I don't get this involved with the way I trade, because if I start to look at this sort of stuff here, when I'm actually trading the markets, it's going to get me confused. It's going to start to haywire my sort of trades there. Make sense? So I hope this helps you out there, guys. Go out there right now and start to look at these markets and do your back testing, guys. Start to look at the charts and see how these things flow, the V bottoms, and look at the indicators yourself. Go back over time. Go back here, look at your weekly charts and see how things start to unfold, and therefore it starts to give us probability of where tops, bottoms, sentiment, and is there strength starting to come in, and so on and so forth. Hey traders, I am giving away a free trial to my Master Trader Lab monthly program. Now in the Master Trader Lab, every month I do a live session. I do some education. At the end of the session, you can ask me questions, and that way I can help you help you with what's going on right now. Also, you can join our Master Trader Lab Mastermind, where you and all the other traders can link together. And in that mastermind, I also can share some education throughout the week, some updates, some thoughts, and so on and so forth in that mastermind as well too. So, and also every single month, I'm going to be releasing brand new trainings and helping you become what I call a master trader. That's a well-rounded trader. Now, also, as part of this amazing little thing that I'm doing right now, you also can get access to free access as part of this special here that I'm running to all my trading courses: Foundations, Chart Reading Mastery, Advanced Chart Reading Mastery, Trading Systems, 7-Figure Secrets, the Warren Buffett Success Formula. You're going to love that. And so much more. So if you go to mastertraderlab.com, you can see if you qualify to get access to this. And if you do get access to that, then you'll be able to see all the details of that. Once again, you're going to get free access to all that. It's a bit of a bribe to get you to try out the Master Trader Lab monthly. And I'm also giving you away a free trial right now. So I'm only doing that for a very select number of people. Once I get to a certain number of people that I'm very happy with, then the free trial goes away, all the bonus trading courses goes away, and the price goes up. So go to mastertraderlab.com right now to get all the details, to get free access to all my trading courses as a bit of a bribe, and also activate your free trial today to test it all out. And if you're not happy, let me know and you'll never be billed. Go to mastertraderlab.com and I'll see you there.